And here we go into game 3. The score is Markoff 2, McCoy 0. McCoy wants to stay in this, and he's going to have to take this game and the next game, and then another game on top of that. So
yeah, it's going to be a tough move ahead, but you know, he can do it. Like I said, he got here this far with his
3 players all weekend, so yeah, I think he's capable of it. I know he's a good player, so we'll just have to see what the cards come up for. So.
Beats later on in the tournament.
And then gets a Zanana Lightsworn out there.
Another thing, if McCoy wants to win this game or any of the next games, he needs to activate Miriam. You know, without activating Miriam, his deck has a tough time on winning.
Yeah. I mean, if he can get the momentum up there and get a couple Miriam shots in, and maybe toss a couple Inspires in there too. That's the thing about Miriam, I think, is that she can just steal games you have no right stealing if she gets active for a couple turns.
So. Is it going to last long enough?
And James actually just made it a lost counter.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I thought it was going to actually be a
pretty gutsy. Markoff has some answers, like a Vexmaster, but thanks to Zanata there,
he's able to
protect, and he drew a card for it this turn. So, good old Ringo sitting there.
Did you see my opening hand?
Getting him some cards.
Oh, okay.
Lost is a pretty underused quest.
Yeah, actually, it's we like to call those escort quests, and you know, those are usually don't make it to tournament play. And I was pretty excited for Lost. Actually, you know, making it this far.
I heard a lot of players saying that they actually really like Lost and that they're trying to work it into more decks, and most of them being this type of deck where he's got protectors to back it up
and interrupts to save his Lost counter.
And he's got his hero, Black Guy's Fizzle Phrase, able to flip and stop anything from attacking his counter. So
I have Kilrog?
But here comes that Kilrog again, and there's a Fizzle sitting on top there. I'm guessing that Fizzle is going to
take the loss.
Go the way of the dodo.
You have an Archbishop and a Lost.
He has another Lost in his hand. He has a Benedictus.
I'm just getting a ring in this game, aren't I?
Markoff sounds
game
pretty
3?
Defeated already.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
He likes to talk during matches, so.
Yeah, he's probably one of those guys who likes to complain how he's losing, but in reality, he knows he's really going to come back and win.
Yeah.
8 in hand, I'll have to discard.
All right, I have no effects.
Wow, Miriam is finally active for the first time in 3 games.
Here we go.
How many Inspire guys do you think he has in his hand?
How do I pull out of this
He didn't reveal any with the Eye of Kilrog.
1
for 1.
No, he didn't reveal any, but
4.
We'll have to see. He just drew 2 cards thanks to that Ringo token sitting there and Lost. Yeah, he's dropping a second Miriam into play.
Wow.
It's kind of good to hear.
Matt really needs a few Shadow Furies.
Yeah, he's going to either have to hit a Neri of the Watch or a couple of successful Shadow Furies. But James didn't have another Fracture in his hand when he Eye-Kill-Rogged him, so there's the first Shadow Fury.
So.
Okay, first Miriam hits him for 5.
I go to 9.
Everybody takes a little. Yeah, it's gonna lock him down next turn too. So
go ahead.
It's a pretty solid answer.
Yeah, Shadow Fury's pretty good. He's actually been one of those talents that is not very hasn't been used all that much.
Yeah, but I think it's definitely one of the better Warlock talented cards. It's just in the Destruction talent family. So
that will not be fun.
It doesn't see as much play as some of the others, but it really is one of the best Warlock cards that they have available, especially in situations like this. So if he gets another one, he's gonna wipe 2 Miriams off the board.
So what's up with that, Matt? He just always plays Warlock.
Doing a count too.
Yeah, he likes Warlock. He says he,
2 Miriams to play.
He's got Eye-Kill-Rog, and that's his answer to everything. All of his buddies keep trying to tell him that all these decks tear him apart, but he just always goes back to saying, "Oh, I got Eye-Kill-Rog. I'll just get out of their hand."
I also heard that he only plays Rogue in the MMO, so that's kind of weird, You would figure he would just only play Rogue in TCG also.
He really likes the Warlock cards, so he's stuck with Warlock since pretty much the first time we saw him make a decent finish at a tournament. God, When was that? I think that was Nationals last year.
Or maybe it was, no, I think Nationals was the only tournament he never played Warlock.
Okay.
But I think Worlds he made top 8, right?
Yeah. He in top 8 Nationals, so. He's made plenty of top 8s on the back of his Warlock decks. But the thing is he also top 8'd Darkmoon Faire Columbus.
Yeah, it was a sealed pack.
Yeah, and so limited formats.
Yeah, and he also top 8'd, if I remember correctly, Darkmoon Faire Seattle.
Yep. Yep, he top 8'd Darkmoon Faire Seattle, but yeah.
Shadow Fury?
I think the limited one, you know, kind of.
Yep.
Set himself up as a skilled player, you know. It's pretty hard to do well in limited events, and I think that's the real telling thing about these championships is, you know, you have to do well on day one, but if you're going to get through the second day and get to the top 8, you're going to have to go through some fierce drafts.
Yep. Also, sitting for a moment and just reading the coverage is just so exciting to look at the top 8 and notice so many players' names recognize. You know, all these players are great, but you know, always seeing Matt in the top 8 and Brad Watson always, and Spreadbury, even Anthony Calabrese made, you know, Darkmoon Faire top 8, and Dane Young actually last year came in 10th or 11th at National. Like, always seeing the same guys make top 8, that's really impressive. It shows that the game is very skillful.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, Miriam's are active again. The second Shadow Fury got nether fractured.
And that's Instructor of Uralo, so we got some Inspire action here.
Okay.
That's going to be 3 hits for 5.
15.
Could put the nail in the coffin, unless Markoff has a Shadow Fury here to end these shenanigans.
Go ahead.
He's thinking about doing something before Markoff drew.
I think Markoff, he strikes me as somebody who would have conceded if didn't have a Shadow Fury because he's just dead, you know?
Yeah.
There's a nether fracture and
Then,
oh no, that's an ally.
It's 2 allies, so. Gets rid of Vindicator Kento. There's a resource, and
Shadow Fury.
Here we go for Shadow Fury.
Shadow Fury number 3.
McCoy has some resources ready, so.
I'll respond.
I don't think he has enough.
25.
Respond with 1 drawn at his jump.
Don't hit counter.
He does
spell
have
or
enough.
nether fracture.
He's got 3 ready resources. Can he hit it? Can he hit another fracture?
Or counter spell.
Oh, there's another fracture. Third guard he hits on a quest. And that's it. He takes the game.
You like the slow-mo, right? It makes it so much better.
Nice outer from the...
I know the second one was Finkel.